Fox News host Steve Doocy did something very, very interesting. He actually asked questions. Good questions. On his show, Fox and Friends, he actually grilled former White House advisor Jared Kushner over the recent report in the New York Times that Trump had taken about 300 classified documents to Mar-a-Lago after leaving the White House. Take a look.
Why would the former president have that many classified things at Mar-a-Lago?
So I'm not familiar with what exactly the contents were, but what I'll just say from my personal experience is that, again, in the campaign, in the transition, we had a very innocent meeting with the Russian ambassador, and then, 4 months later, you're reading that the intel agencies are leaking to the Washington Post that we requested this secret back channel. And then the New York Times and CNN go crazy for a weekend accusing us of treason. And then it turns out such a thing never really happened. And so, I just think you have to be very careful with what you read and obviously just wait for the facts to develop. But I mean, there's been so many things that have been hyperventilated about over the last years that turn out to be nothing. And that's, again, why I wrote this book, was I wanted people to really understand what it was like to be living through that when you've done nothing wrong, you're there trying to get good things done. And, people are out there, accusing you of all these crazy things, and you have to prove that those things didn't happen.
Yeah, you've got to be careful what you read because, I mean, I don't know what was in those documents, but I'm sure it wasn't that bad. Okay, but if you didn't know what was in them, then how could you say, oh, they're not that bad? Now, again, we don't know specifically what is in those documents, but some of them involved the United States' nuclear secrets. And again, a lot of them were labeled top secret. Now, Haberman writes in her piece, the specific nature of the sensitive material that Mr. Trump took from the White House remains unclear. But the 15 boxes Mr. Trump turned over to the archives in January, nearly a year after he left office, included documents from the CIA, the NSA, and the FBI, spanning a variety of topics on national security interest, a person briefed on the matter said. So he had those. He took those to Mar-a-Lago. Now, if you're taking national security stuff to your private residence, you're not actually supposed to do that. You're not allowed to do that. Again, some of these documents were so top secret that you're only allowed to read them at a secure government facility. Mar-a-Lago is not a secure government facility. Add to the fact that this lawyer lied about not having any more documents after they turned those over in January. That's interesting. Now, I think this is a real issue. This isn't a non-issue, okay? This isn't, you don't understand, it's the same as everything else before because, it's like Donald Trump having the perfect call with Zelensky. Nothing bad happened. Nothing bad happened. I didn't see anything bad. No, here's the thing. There's a warrant. Warrants mean probable cause. Probable cause came from a tip inside of Mar-a-Lago where somebody had seen, hey, there's documents in here. They're labeled classified, top secret. Maybe you ought to come get them. Was it Jared Kushner? Now, that's a good question. A lot of people have been speculating that, it was Jared Kushner that's actually doing the tips. Was it Melania? Who knows? Now, here's the thing. If it were Jared Kushner, and I actually don't think that it is, but if it was, he's hiding it pretty well, going on Fox News and saying, I didn't see anything, everything's fine, whatever. Great cover story, but I don't think he's that smart. I actually doubt it, and here's why, okay? Look, here's speculation time. Now, what's not speculation is that Jared Kushner just got a $2 billion investment into his private equity firm from the Saudi government, from Mohammed bin Salman. Now, it makes you kind of wonder, why would Mohammed bin Salman give a fail-son slumlord that much money? Especially over the objections of the board of his investment, right? Now, look, my answer to that is, well, we do know the Saudis were interested in nuclear technology. We know that some of the documents did involve national security. We knew that there involved some nuclear weapons technology. we know that Trump wanted to help nuclearize the Saudis. In fact, this is back in 2019, former Trump advisor and top fundraiser Tom Barrack and former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn had actually tried to rush nuclear technology to the Saudi government without involving Congress, by the way. Members of the administration, the Trump administration, had tried very, very hard to help their buddy, Mohammed bin Salman, even after he ordered the murder and dismemberment of a Washington Post journalist, Jamal Khashoggi. Well, of course, they view the murder and dismemberment of a Washington Post journalist probably as a positive thing. So it just kind of makes me think or wonder that if that $2 billion private equity investment into Kushner's company has anything to do with what could have been in those stolen documents. Could it have been payback for helping the Saudis, giving the Saudis privileged information in order to step up their own nuclear ambitions? I don't know. I can't answer that. It does seem like a possibility to me, though. And that's very, very concerning.